You ready?
Yep.
And we back! Welcome to Spin Sessions, the platform to have an open conversation, not just with the spinners, the superstars that they are, but as well as the spectators, the promoters, and the guys changing tires in the back, working hard in the sun. This is a conversation between us as a whole community, the landscape of this spinning movement, this culture that is not only exploded on the South African scene, but now is officially on the international scene. We got spinners traveling not just locally, but internationally, showcasing South African talented individuals at their best. This is Spin Sessions. Straight out the bat, season back in session. My very first guest on the wonderful seat and couch. Give it up for the dynamite package, though. It is the one and only Kayla, representing not only Kimberley, but our lovely country we know as South Africa. What are you saying, girl? How you doing?
Hi, Vic. I'm well. Thanks, and yourself?
I'm always good. I'm always happy to grab a moment in time sharing a conversation with you because you're an amazing individual, a phenomenal inspiration to so many young people in this country. Kayla, what's been happening in your life for the last few years?
Well, a lot has happened. Besides COVID that took a part of our lives.
No doubt, right?
So, a lot has happened. A lot has blown up after that. Like, we went to South America, to Curacao to be exact, to represent spinning. It was pretty amazing.
What? Pretty amazing. You know, you had like the whole team that went, all the ladies that support you and look up to you, all the young people, everybody was literally glued to the screen because finally we had South African spinners representing our culture, our movement, and our flag, our country across the world. Tell us more about that experience. How did they get hold of you? Tell me how that whole transaction happened from beginning to the end.
So what happened was in first Sam went over, and then after that he decided to take another extra team with. So a group of us went over there. We were actually denied our boarding coming back.
No way. Tell us
But
about
it
that. What
was
do you mean you were
fun.
denied your boarding coming back?
It was very fun. Like they actually denied our boarding because we had the incorrect visa to enter Paris, but they wanted the Schengen visa, but we had the Caribbean only.
Okay.
So we had long flights. We had a layover in Amsterdam and
Oh.
then into Curacao. The weather's there extremely humid, and
Yes.
spinning is quite new to them. They call it what fever.
Fever.
They call it fever that side, yeah.
Spinning's 100% South African. We'll always claim that because it's ours, and it's been happening for decades before us. It's 100% ours. It's like the rose that grew from the concrete. It grew with no financial support, no corporates, no sponsorships. It's ours.
And it's
But
totally different from what they have that side. And I think what makes spinning unique to South Africa is the fact that we do stunts, which they don't do that side.
exactly.
So most of the time they're doing the bikes and they're doing what I would consider gymkhana.
So tell us more about the show. How many people were watching? How were you received? Tell us about that experience.
Wow, there was a lot of people there.
Oh, really?
It was quite full, but they said it wasn't even as full as it always gets because we had a bit of rain. It was a 2-day show. The first
Okay.
day there was a bit of rain in the morning, but they start like late evening, whereas we go the whole day. They would start their shows in the afternoons.
That's probably because of the heat,
Yes.
the humidity. Okay.
So they start their shows in the afternoon, but it's extremely full there.
Wow.
So they pull big crowds, and I think they appreciated us, man. We represented well.
Yes, you did. Man, I'm going to give you claps and give you your flowers ahead of time, man. Absolutely, you did. Tell us, the facility that they were using, was it like a spin pitch or was it a motorsport complex?
So I think that was a motorsport complex, but there's like a drag strip there, and then on the
Okay.
other side of it is where we done the spinning.
Did they obviously come back to you and say that maybe there would be more future bookings for you to go
Yes,
through?
for sure. So we'll definitely be representing South Africa more.
Before I let this topic go of that awesome experience, how did the woman react to seeing you pilot the vehicle the way you do, throw the car around the way you do, and especially throw the awesome stunts that has made you the superstar that you are?
I think a lot of them appreciated it. That side, females being in this game is actually not something new.
Okay.
So, but they focus more on drag racing. So there are quite a few females that does the drag racing that side. So maybe in the future there'll be females doing the spinning as well.
So during the break, COVID was nasty. We're not even going to focus any energy on COVID. It like affected us all extremely in a negative way. In the interim, though, Kayla, you've been blessed with motherhood. Tell us about that, because that is an extremely awesome experience.
Well, it's phenomenal, especially the fact that I think she's very much indulged into the sport. She enjoys it. She'll speak about the spin car and things, and she'll speak about her spin car. She'll even be doing stunts in a little car.
Oh, wow.
So I think she loves it. I'm very curious of what the future holds for her.
So having a mother that is you, she will literally have the best coach she could possibly ask for. Would you allow her to follow on your career?
Well, she's 3 at the moment, and she always wants to get in the car. Then the dad would get in the car and with me. So having mom and dad spinning, so obviously she'll probably want to get into it. So yes, I'd definitely get into it.
Kayla, being a mother takes a lot of time. I can say that. I've been blessed with fatherhood in the last 2 years. I've seen my beautiful wife and how it's affected her. How has it been for you to try and balance your professional career of being a spinner as well as a stunt woman and motherhood?
So for me, I'd say I'm extremely privileged because ever since she's born, she's been traveling with us. I've had the opportunity to take her to Cape Town when I done the movie Spinners.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So I think that she goes everywhere with me. That's why she indulges in the sport so much. And then while I'm spinning, dad would watch. When dad is spinning, I would watch. So
Tag team.
So it's a balance thing.
Straight to the hot topic. Let's talk about Spinners. So Spinners is a French production with a French editor and director. They came through down to Cape Town, and invested in our local talent, our local actors, as well as our local scenery and our local stunt people, which you, as a lovely lady, were one of them. Tell us a little bit about your experience on the film set of Spinners and what kind of doors has that possibly opened up for you?
So I played the role of Amber, the stunt driver of Amber. It was pretty amazing. So I was down there for like 5 days. I shot for in total like 3 days. So it was nice. I hope it opened many, many doors to the filming industry because that's what I enjoy. I think that's where my career is leading and what I'd enjoy doing.
Would you put more focus into trying maybe getting yourself an agent in that area of expertise?
Yes, I would have actually been doing a lot of scouting to find
nice.
agency to do that because I enjoy it.
So if anybody's watching and you want a wonderful, great, talented woman behind the wheel, you're going to hit this girl up. We'll give you the links in a short while. Tell us, have you watched the production, Spinners?
Yes, I have.
And?
I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. Like while you're shooting and the end result is always different. So it came out very well.
How did you react when you saw yourself in a production like that, of that quality? How does it make you feel when you recognize yourself in those scenes?
Warm, extremely warm, because I enjoy it. And I'm fascinated that a lot of people actually notices that it was me. Like people come up to me and like, aren't you the girl on Spinners? Like, can I take a picture with you? So the fact that you get recognition for it is so nice.
So when you started this journey, you were about 14, I remember correctly.
Yes.
So the Vaal Spin Fest was either your second or your third show.
Yes.
Out, ever. Kayla made the front page of the Citizen newspaper, which is a local newspaper here in South Africa based in Joburg. She literally made the front page with her signature stunt, which was the suicide slide. Never before had any spinner, any one of us or anyone in the community ever made the front page, and you came out in the second event and you're on front page. How did you receive that, and what were the reactions that your peers in school at the time had when you came out on the front page doing a stunt like that?
That was pretty unexpected, and I think that also boosted my career.
Absolutely.
And that's when I got a lot of recognition.
Absolutely.
And that's how my career went on and on. And then it just
grew. Continues.
Yes, and it just grew from there.
So you've had the experience to spin and perform on the international platform. Would that be something that you'd focus more on, or would you still keep your focus as being the competitive spinner that you are locally in South Africa, or would you want to be able to do more international shows?
I would love to do more international shows. However, the spinning is a big thing in South Africa.
Absolutely.
So the world is still getting to know what spinning is all about. But it is going far, definitely, where we all wished it to be.
Talking about the local stuff. So you do a lot of shows. You're one of the most booked female spinners. You've been respected as pretty much the best female spinner, not just only in South Africa, but on this continent. How do you feel about the shows that you've been attending in the last year? Do you feel the shows have plateaued or they've leveled up and they keep getting better?
Well, after COVID, everything started off slow, obviously, because a lot of businesses
took a knock.
Yes, a big knock. So they are picking up for sure. And then more bookings are coming, more shows are being held. So it's growing again.
It's the year 2024. A lot has happened. You're still getting booked on a regular. What is your highlights? What are you hoping to achieve for you now in the next upcoming months?
So in the upcoming months, I'm hoping to shoot more.
Okay,
more
cool.
Movies, adverts and so forth. And then obviously my international shows. I'd love to be booked more.
Yeah, the international stuff is good. It's nice catching a plane and going to a new country, paying in foreign currency.
You get to experience so many different cultures. So it's a learning curve for me and it's nice.
It is nice. You can claim it, girl. Claim your success. It's fantastic. So out of the local shows, what are the shows that you're looking forward to personally in the next few months? There's always big ones, there's small ones, but what shows are you looking forward to?
So Red Bull. And then Mayhem shows are always good.
Yeah,
I enjoy them.
Pang and the boys.
And then always a show at Wheels and Smoke is always good.
Yeah, so talking about Wheels and Smoke. So Wheels and Smoke had their own female-dominated event, which was called Spinderella.
Yes.
Which Ayanda has been busy putting together over the last few years. Do you think that would be a really good concept to renew this year and maybe use it, to attract more females into the sport?
Yes, definitely. I think that's a good concept. And it then gives the females confidence because you're being recognized as a female in the sport.
Out of all the girls that you've spun competitively on the pitch and that you know there are spinners, if you could name 3 girls that we should look out for in the up and coming, the girls that are coming up in the ranks, the girls that have just started, what 3 girls would you just put out there and name?
That have started. So
Or like the girls that have been in the mix for maybe the last 2 years, but you can see
I got 4 females that I actually
go ahead.
love. So it will be Lamise Daniels.
Okay.
It will be Robin Fortuin in
Nice.
South, back in the Western Cape, and then Tina.
Yeah, Tina's been representing for a long time. Let's touch a little bit about in South and Kaapstad. So how do you feel about the talent in general, not just females, but the talent that is coming out of Cape Town in the spinning community?
They have a totally different style, and it's interesting because even the females are so aggressive if you look at Insaf. So I love it, man.
Where do you see spinning going in the next 2 years? Not 5 years, but 2 years, because there's a lot of influx of new spinners. What do you think that influx of new blood, new ideas, new creativity is going to, push for spinning?
So it's growing fast. It is really growing fast. And to me, the younger people bring more energy. Sorry to the old guys.
No, it's cool. No.
So they bring a lot of more energy and they learn much faster too.
So there's a few spinners that have come and gone. There's a few spinners that have had to focus on their families and stuff. How do you feel about Bad Company, Skopas, that brand, that team, that image coming back into the spin game?
I think everybody didn't expect it.
Yeah,
so we came back hard. So I'm hoping that they bond again and take over like they did.
Talking about, Bad Company, there was a lot of politics within the team. Respectively, it happens. Let's talk a little bit about the politics that happen and the gossip and the rough stuff that happens off camera and behind the scenes and in the pits of spinning. What do you think we can do as a community of spinners to help and support the positive light stuff instead of the negative stuff?
Okay, so in all honesty, with that question, I do not really think that it's based on the spinners. Well, not all the time. Definitely, I'm sure there is politics between them. But I don't think it's based on the spinners. I think us as spinners have good relationships. As you've heard the slogan before, spinning is a family thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time, the politics comes from the outsiders.
The supporters or the individual camps?
Supporters can be your co-driver and things that has something to say, and obviously it influences the way the driver drives, and that's what causes the politics. Us as spinners, I think some of us to most of us then battles it out driving, but the words that are said are not always because of the spinners.
So you being respected as one of the best, if not the best female spinner we have you encountered a lot of, like, for the lack of a better word, or hate or negative comments, or people maybe not, saying the nicest things about you or towards you or behind your back?
I have a lot. And hence I said that it doesn't always come from the spinners. Like, the spinner would never tell me in my face, like, I don't like the way you drive or you can't drive or things. It always comes from the outsiders.
Yeah.
Or they would do it around the bush. So yeah, I'd get it in the comment sections. I don't even read my comments anymore because of all the hate that a person received before. So yeah, there's a lot of hate going around. And sometimes it's not even from people that's involved in the sport.
How do you cope with that?
Like I said, I try to block it out. I try not to read my comments because, it affects you a lot. People like to comment, yeah, but she's a female, she doesn't drive well and all that things. It makes me feel
Have you had those comments before?
Yes, a lot.
You see, so let me just pause it. So someone who tells you that you can't drive well clearly is not a spinning diehard, because I think it's safe to say that, all due respect, you're one of the best. You're a phenomenal spinner.
It's difficult getting those comments, but somehow we just need to focus on the good instead of the bad.
I always say this, if you follow me on social media and stuff, there's every once in a while I say, rise above the hype. Always be better than the next person, in the sense of rise above the negativity. Mm-hmm. That's why I always think you need someone stronger. You need God in your life. You need faith to pull you through the dark spots, because the more successful you become as a person, as a spinner, or in your career, you will always find people of negative nature trying to hold you down or anchor you down. Got to rise above the hype. I know it's not easy. I feel it myself commonly, but yeah, got to rise above the hype.
That's why, like, in the filming industry, I love the stunt driving because you're basically enjoying what you're doing. You're behind the scenes and you don't get the direct hate because people
Sure.
don't really know who is driving.
Is talking about that, obviously everybody knows that you're a headline spinner, and headline spinners get paid to perform, and that's what makes spinning so unique as a sport. From a payment point of view, is stunt work something that you would like to do from a percentage point of view more than spinning, or would it be like a 50-50 thing, or would you like to become like an 80% stunt woman where you focus 80% of your time, efforts, and energy in that industry? Or would you like to have a balance of 50-50?
Well, for sure, the spinning part is quite different to what you do as a stunt driver. So stunt driving, you don't do much spinning. It's basically like a planned thing, a rigged thing. Where spinning, you go out there the entire day, you enjoy yourself, you do as you please on the pitch, basically. So I would do 50-50. Obviously, I enjoy the spinning part of it. So yeah, maybe a 50-50 would do.
Putting you on the spot, Kayla. Who are your top 3 in your list best male spinners currently in South Africa? With no friendships aside, respectfully speaking, we all we love you the way you are. Top 3 spinners right now, right here, the people you've shared a pitch with, who do you think are the top 3 best spinners now in South Africa?
So the ones that are growing rapidly is Chabo, then Sunesh, and then Renzo for sure.
Renzo, bro. Jabo's definitely come up in the game. Sunesh is a veteran, been doing it at it for a long time, been consistent. But let me tell you, that boy Renzo, damn. I remember Renzo like a good 6 years ago when he just started. He's got a very supportive father, very supportive family, financially, love, emotionally. He's got the support from his family and his team. And I remember when he started spinning, he was okay. He was okay. He was good, but he was okay.
And like I mentioned previously,
damn.
even like the upcoming spinners, they learn fast. Have you seen his little brother?
Yeah,
So-
Mano. Yeah.
yeah.
That family, like I said, I always say you need to be surrounded by a powerful team. You need to be surrounded by people that want to see you win at life. And he's got that from his family, man. Yo, Mano, listen, taking nothing away from Renzo, Mano is definitely, even Panjara from Austin, like those two, the young brothers, they grew up in the shadow. They're no more in the shadow. They're up there in the light. They're like, they're sharing the podiums there. But back to Renzo. Man, Renzo is just elevated the spin game, bro. He's a precision driver, not too much in the stunts, but man, when he's behind the wheel, that boy is on fire. Absolutely love what Renzo's doing to the
it's
scene.
this little boy behind the wheel.
Right? And he's like a quiet guy
quite
outside.
short,
Like
yeah.
when you see his performance on the pitch, it's like massive flames, loud, powerful core. But when you get to see him, and he's like, he's a big guy, he's a big personality. But when you speak to him, he's actually quite a quiet, reserved kind of cat, bro. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So top 3, Jabu, Sunesh, and Renzo, Golden Child. That's a good top 3. I got nothing to take about it. It's a good top 3. If you had a magic wand and countless amounts of money, what would the perfect spin event, infrastructure, athlete-wise, look like for you?
So I would then incorporate like wheels and smoke and mayhem type of effect. So mayhem,
Size-wise, mayhem.
beside the size-wise, the fact that the spectators has a nice seating place.
So I got to pause you there. Seating is so important in events. I've been in this industry for a long time. If your spectators are comfortable, they will stay longer.
Yes.
Seating is essential, and that's why Tsepang has got such successful events, because they seated and you also got shade,
Yes.
which makes you comfortable. Carry on.
So yeah, I'd incorporate that too because of the 2 aspects. Wheels and smoke, I think, is the pitch layout, or maybe it's just like it became like a spinning tradition, the Thursday nights.
Yeah, I got to give it up to Wheels and Smoke. Without a shadow of a doubt, they have become the home for spinning in South Africa. They're also the training ground for so many young athletes. Every single Thursday, they're training, they're there, they're trying to, earn their lines, earn their marks, and get onto the poster. It's
And
really,
even
really
in the
important.
corporate world, like they do a lot of films there,
Yeah,
music
yeah.
videos and things.
Yeah, Tata and Ayanda got good stuff there, bro. Solid. Kayla, I'm not going to take much more of your time. I just want to say thank you for coming out. I knew you flew out here from Kimberley. Any last words to the community, the followers, and this this love that people have for you? Any last words?
So I'd like to thank everyone for the support. I hope it grows. I hope a lot of more doors get opened into the corporate world, especially like into the filming industry, because that's where I see my career going to.
Agents, her name's Kayla. She's from Kimberley, the little diamond package. Hit her up. She's a friendly cat. She's got mad driving skills. And to the people of this wonderful spin culture that we are part of, keep pushing local spinners. Spinning has grown without any outside money, and we are here and we keep on growing, and spinning is winning. Thanks for watching. Next week, same time, same place, 9 a.m. on the money.